everyone, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So what I'm doing is I'm just making some ephemera. I've seen it on several Facebook groups. Julia from Camellia Crafts, Marina Plant, I think it was her idea. There's been a couple more and I just can't remember who it is, and I apologize if you're one of the people that's done this. So it's just making envelopes, neutral envelopes, and you just cover them in book pages and you put a policy pocket. But what Melina did was, because the envelope was already closed, she couldn't put the brad through to make it. So what she made was like a little platform out of a piece of card and the circle, and she put the brad through the little platform, then stuck the platform on, and I thought that was a brilliant idea. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've finished my Christmas journal. I'm kind of in between projects. I've been dealing with well, I'm preparing to go out to Cyprus, so I've been doing lots of ephemera to take out with me, tags. I've got little tiny journals to make, which I will video for my grandkids. I always make them something to hang on the tree. And as I've acquired another 5 grandchildren, because me and my husband just only got married 2 years ago, so we've now got 5 children between us and 15 grandchildren. So I'm going to make the little journals out of, you know, pill boxes. I will video it. I'm looking for a pill box. That's not a pill box, but it's a dog pill box. But I mean, we all get these with some kind of medication or something in, and if you cut them in half and take these bits, they make brilliant little journals. This is a bit too big. The ones I'm talking about are about that size, and if you just put some twine or whatever in the spine, they hang on the Christmas tree, and it's something that they can put a Christmas photograph in, you know, just a little tiny one every year, or write something in, and when they get older it's something to look back on. So I love things like that. I've still got bits and pieces on my tree from my daughter, who's in her 40s now, little string beads and things like that, but I remember when she brought it home from playgroup. So anyway, enough. We'll get on with this. So I am going to be using the winded envelopes, but however I've just I got this one. It didn't have a window in it and it was too wide, so what I decided to do was put a window in it. I used a die. I've not got the die because I've put it away, but that's what I cut out. And because I'm going to cover it in book page, what I did do, I cut that out so it would go around, and I can put other collage bits of book round it, but it's just so that I cheated a little bit. It sort of like fits because I did a fancy cutout. This is, I don't know whether it's vellum. I recently got a new iPad and it was in an envelope made of this stuff inside the box. So what I've done is I have embossed it. I just got a flower one because obviously it's not going to be used for Christmas. It was just a little tiny embossing folder, and it's all like little flowers and daisies, and I thought, oh, it's nice. So I thought, well, we'll put that inside. Okay, and because it was a little tiny folder and I needed some space, what I did was I folded it over, then put it through the embossing folder, so I still had my wee lip at the side here so that I could stick it down. So first of all, we're going to stick this down. So I am going to use fabric tack, and I really should have my messy mat out here. Otherwise I'll get glue all over my, oops, it's still got bits of glitter on it, this mat. That video's not on yet, so you will see it. On my Christmas journal I've used lots of glitter and bits and pieces, and I had a wee accident with the glitter off camera. It's a good job the poor dog wasn't in, otherwise she would have been glittered for Christmas. She's quite often gets glittered because she sometimes comes and sits in the craft room with me, and then when she thinks I've had enough playtime, she comes and starts scratching me with her paws as if to say, right, come on, you've had enough playtime, it's my playtime now. Now what I will do is I am going to put some tape down here, because obviously if you're putting anything in the envelope you're not wanting it catching. And I'm not too bothered because I am going to stitch these, so I do apologise if I'm off screen a bit. I've realised that what I see in my lens isn't always what I get when I'm editing, so I have to remember to work over there rather than, because my desk has a drawer underneath it, so I can't get my legs right underneath it. All right, so that stops any, you know, when you're putting things in your envelope and you're probably thinking, what have you done that for? Because you have an envelope and you put things in. But I thought, well, you could put nice bright coloured things in and it would give like that subtle look. That's what we're going for, the subtle look. I'm just going to stick these down. If you put your glue out, you'll get it. And this one, it's all right because it's going to be covered. Right, so what we'll do is we'll deal with this first, I think. So I think we'll put that. I've also, this was an envelope that was that big, so I cut down both sides and made it even there. This obviously had a flap there, so what I did was, because I'd ripped a packaging label off, it made the envelope a little bit thinner. So what I did was I folded the flap over and stuck it down, which is give it some robustness, if you like to call it. Okay, and I got several books out because I thought they would all have different sort of like coloured pages, but they all seem to be the same. I've also got some music papers to use, Roxycreations, backing papers. I'm just trimming these bits off. I could have, what probably would have been better if I'd gone round, yes. Good thinking, Batman. Just pity I didn't think that before I done that side. Okay, and I want something for the bottom now. I've got a good stash of music papers, Beethoven's original waltzes. I went to a junkyard up in Aberdeen. Oh my, oh my, oh my, I could have spent everything in there. and it was just a junkyard. When you went in, it just had baskets in the sort of like the yard and everything of pots and crockery and everything. Oh, it was amazing. And then they had sheds that you went in that were full of like shelves from floor to ceiling that were all crockery, little ornaments, glass, cutlery, all sorts. I think it's house clearance that they do. But the only thing is there's birds in these sheds, so there's like bird poo all over. I'm like, ugh. You know, I was like looking for little nice bowls and things like that to put on the windowsill in my craft room for keeping stuff in, but I didn't fancy it. And then I went in another one. There was like furniture, old uniforms from the wall. I'm sure some of these should have been in museums. There was a lot of like 1920s, 1930s and stuff like that, furniture. And then my husband says to me, he says, you've got to come and see this. He said, this is more what you're looking for. And I went into another shed, and it was just from floor to ceiling, shelves of books, LPs, you know, vinyls. Oh, it was amazing. So I says to my husband, I says, I'm wanting some music score sheets. So that was him off on a mission, so I could like have a good look round, because when he's with me, he's like, you don't need that. You've got some of them. I need more. And I found a book from 1875, The Quiver, and that was in the 1800s, and well, in the 1818s. That was a magazine that came out. I don't know whether it was monthly or weekly, and it was about how they got the word of God out to people. So there is a lot of the Bible in it, but they also put them in books. So I got this. Oh, I was like amazed. It did have bird poo on it, so I had to like quickly wipe that off. So next time I go up, I'm going up with gloves, and a wee scrubby thing, and a big bag. You're not allowed to take big bags in with you, but I'll have a big box or something in the back of the car. Oh, I can't put that upside down. It was that way, wasn't it? I think this is from a Scottish law book. It's all right. I'm not against the law or anything. It's just it's an old Scottish law book, and the law changes that much that it's no good. So it must have been used when they were at university or something. I've done it again, haven't I? I will put something around there. I think we'll try a little bit of music paper around that one. So poor Beethoven's waltzes is getting used in junk journals. Yep. Or the music scores were lovely. They were like old, from the old music houses, with the fronts on all fancy dancy and everything. So I have scanned some, and I am going to make a digital. I will put some on my Ko-fi page for free. Well, I've already done that. I do put things on my Ko-fi page, freebies. I've just put stamps and everything on. And the reason I do that, it's a thank you to all you guys for supporting me as much as you do. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much for your support. And we'll have the number 6 there. We'll have this here. Oh, I am going to put something over the top. Now we've got some of Roxy's. She did a kit, and it's what she uses as backing papers, and it's quite good actually. I quite like it. So I know that comes over there, but that's fine. Oops, just dropped my glue stick. The other day I dropped a cup of tea all over my floor. Now, do I want that side or do I want that side? I think we'll have that side with the writing on. So what we'll do is we'll, yeah, Rachel from Roxy's Creations, she does quite a lot. I'm just going to take this off of Julie. She has some nice kits, because she stays in Italy. A lot of her kits are Italian architecture and stuff like that, and scenery. She does old book pages. It's the wrong ruler because it's got a cork platform on it. I've got quite a few of Roxy's, Rachel's. I quite like them. Shove that out the way. And I'm going to take this off because I don't want that. One beautiful envelope to use in a journal. So I'm going to make some more, and then what we'll do is we'll put the, I'm just going to edge this one. Just if you want, you can do the individual bits of paper, you know, ink each edge, but sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. What I'll do is I'll do this. Sorry, I'm off. Now this can be a freestanding envelope just fitting in a pocket, or it can be stuck to the back and made a pocket, you know, like that. If you do that, you don't have to collage the back, but because this is so big, I'm going to have it as a either a flip out, attach it, you know, to the page, but have it as a flip out. And what I might do is I'm going to put another pocket, I think, on the back of that. What I might do is I might use that, or I might put that over there. That'd be quite cool, that. Anyway, we'll decide on that. So that's that one. So we'll get on with the next one. So we'll do this big one. Now I am going to trim this. Now let me see which way I've opened this. Ah, it's opened on the top, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down so it just by eye guesstimation. Hi, back again. So what I've done is tried to have a wee tidy up. I've cut some craft card circles out. I thought you don't want to see me do that, so I think this is an inch punch. Yeah, this is an inch. and I cut some smaller ones out to go underneath, and that's my 1/2 inch punch. And I've got a little tiny 1/2 centimetre, but I use that one. So first of all, and I've cut some book page. I'm using this one. Okay, so somebody's had a bite out of that one. Never mind. And we'll put that one on there, and I think the middle's there. So I've got one of these little tiny punches, and in fact this is the one that the string's going to go around. This is the bottom one. This will go underneath the bottom one because the top one here so that'll be the one that will go around there, and that's actually a bit too big for that one, so we'll need to reconsider that. So we'll put that there. Now what Melina did was she did a platform. So what I'm doing is this is the craft card that I've been using. And that just goes there. So we're just going to cover that with some book page. I should have done this offline as well. Doesn't matter if it hasn't got anything on it. And where's my corner punch? Oh, no, that's not doing right. That's it. It's a bit wiggly at one side, but never mind. And we'll put a little hole in that. And oh, there it is. Put that there and that there, and that gets put on. Just let me get some of these. Put these through there. Sorry. Right, so what I've done is I've put it right through there. While we glue this. And I'm just gluing this down. Put another book page. And what I forgot to do was, what's silly? It's a good job you can move these around, isn't it? And we'll stick this down here. It is going to go over the window a little bit, but never mind. And the middle is about there. I know if I try and do it with the punch, I just can't quite get the gauge right of the circle inside the punch. And we'll and I'm just going to estimate this. What I'm doing is I can see where the hole is. And we'll have another we'll have another antique brass one. I mean, you can put grommets in if you want. I have seen them. I think Julie from Camellia Crafts does that. For some reason those legs are stuck. Go on, get your legs open. Nope. Leave that one there. I'll sort that one out in a minute. And there we are. And then what you do is you tie your string on here. Use any string, twine or whatever. And then cut this one off. And I think what they did was they did it round and round, but and then round that one. So that's that one. Now, Okay, so there we are. And all you have to do is just give them a good ink round. I hope you get something out of this. I hope you have a try. If you like what you see, please subscribe. We will be doing quite a few others. I will put Julie's link down because I think she stamped, or somebody that I watched actually stamped theirs, but we'll need to go back over and see who I've watched. I've got that many videos to watch. I do apologise. Anyway, I'm waffling. If you've got enough, if you've enjoyed it and you've got something out of it, fine. Bye.